In this video, we shall discuss multiple choice questions on trigonometry. Question number 1. If sine theta is negative and cotangent theta is positive, then theta lies in quadrant and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that sine theta is negative in quadrant 3 and 4 and cotangent theta is positive in quadrant 1 and 3. Here the common quadrant is quadrant 3. Therefore, correct option is option C. Question number 2. The number of radians in semicircle and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that the total angle of circle is 2 pi radians. So the angle in semicircle is pi radians. So the correct option is option B. The angle pi by 12 in degree measure is, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that 180 degrees are equal to pi radians. Now we need pi by 12, so we divide this expression by 12. On dividing both sides by 12, we get pi by 12 radians is equal to 15 degree. Therefore, the correct option is option D. If cotangent theta is equal to 5 by 2, where theta is greater than 0 and less than pi by 2, the value of sine square theta is, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here, cotangent theta is equal to 5 by 2 and theta is greater than 0 and less than pi by 2. It means theta is in quadrant 1. Now we know that 1 plus cotangent square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. We substitute the value of 5 by 2 of cotangent theta in it, and we get 1 plus 5 by 2 whole square is equal to cosecant square theta. On simplifying, we get 1 plus 25 over 4 is equal to cosecant square. It gives cosecant square theta is equal to 29 over 4. But we want the value of sine square theta, and we know that cosecant square is the reciprocal of sine square. Therefore, the value of sine square theta will be 4 over 29. Therefore, correct option is option D. Which pair of angles are coterminal angles? And the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here we notice that the angle pi by 3 is common in all options. So we need to find the coterminal angle of pi by 3. And we know that if we want to find the coterminal angle of angle, we just need to add 2 pi or multiples of 2 pi to it. We add 2 pi in pi by 3, and upon simplifying we get the angle of 7 pi by 3. Therefore, the pair of coterminal angles is pi by 3 and 7 pi by 3. Therefore, correct option is option C. The range of cos x is, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that cos x is the x coordinate of a point moving along a unit circle. So let's take a unit circle. The range of a unit circle will be from -1 to +1. Similarly, on y-axis from -1 to +1. Therefore, the value of cos x that it can attain is -1 to +1, and we know that -1 and +1 are also included in the range of cos x. Therefore, it will be a closed interval from -1 to +1. Therefore, the correct option is option D. Next question. 1 by 4 rotation clockwise is equal to, and the options are, Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that one complete rotation is equal to 2 pi radians. But as we are to find 1 by 4 rotation clockwise, so as clockwise direction of angle is negative, therefore one rotation clockwise will be equal to minus 2 pi radians. Uh, but we need to find 1 by 4 rotation, so we divide both sides by 4. So 1 by 4 rotation clockwise is equal to minus pi by 2 radians. So the correct option is option C. Question number 8. The angles whose terminal sides lie on x-axis or y-axis are, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that the angles whose terminal sides lie on x-axis or y-axis are called quadrantal angles. Therefore, the correct option is option C. Question number 9. The angles with same initial and terminal sides are called, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. As we know that the angles with same initial and terminal sides are called coterminal angles. Therefore, the correct option is option B. The degree measure of angle between hands of a watch at 4 o'clock is, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that in a watch, 12 hours are equal to 360 degrees. We are using the degree measure because we are asked to find the degree measure of the angle between hands of watch at 4 o'clock. If 12 hours are equal to 360 degrees, then 1 hour will be equal to 360 degrees by 12, and it gives 1 hour is equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, 4 hours will be 4 into 30 degrees, and it will give 4 hours is equal to 120 degrees. Therefore, the degree measure of angle between hands of a watch at 4 o'clock is 120 degrees. Therefore, correct option is option C. Cos square alpha plus cos square 90 minus alpha is equal to. And the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here we are given cos square alpha plus cos square 90 minus alpha. We know that cos square 90 minus alpha is equal to sin square alpha. Therefore, cos square 90 minus alpha can be substituted by sin square alpha. Therefore, the expression becomes cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. And we know that cos square alpha plus sin square alpha is equal to 1. Therefore, the correct option is option D. If 1 plus cos alpha is equal to 0, then alpha lies in the quadrant, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here we are given 1 plus cos alpha is equal to 0. It gives cos alpha is equal to minus 1, and it gives alpha is equal to pi. Therefore, alpha is equal to pi radians. But we know that pi is a quadrantal angle, and the quadrantal angle isn't in any quadrant. So pi is not in any quadrant. Therefore, the correct option is option D. Question number 13. 2 cos square 3 pi by 8 minus 1 is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. As we know that the double angle identity for cosine function is 2 cos square theta minus 1 is equal to cos 2 theta. We replace theta by 3 pi by 8 in it, and we get 2 cos square 3 pi by 8 minus 1 is equal to cos of 2 into 3 pi by 8. Here theta has been replaced by 3 pi by 8. Now cancel 2 with 8 and we get 2 cos square 3 pi by 8 minus 1 is equal to cos 3 pi by 4. And as we know that 3 pi by 4 is equal to 135 degrees. Therefore, the value of cos 3 pi by 4 or cos 135 degrees is minus 1 over square root of 2. Therefore, the correct option is option B. Question number 14. Cos of theta minus 90 degree minus cos of theta plus 90 degree is equal to, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We are given cos of theta minus 90 degree minus cos of theta plus 90 degree. As we know that cos of minus theta is equal to cos of theta. Therefore, cos of theta minus 90 degree can be written as cos of 90 degrees minus theta. So the expression can be written as cos of 90 degree minus theta minus cos of 90 degree plus theta. Now we apply the conversion rule, and as we see that cos of 90 minus theta can be written as cos of 1 into 90 minus theta. The quadrantal angle is odd multiple of 90 degrees. Therefore, cos will change in its co-ratio. Therefore, the expression becomes sine of theta minus sine theta. As 90 minus theta is in first quadrant, therefore we get positive sine theta, and 90 degrees plus theta is in second quadrant, and in second quadrant cos is negative. Therefore, we get minus sine theta. Eventually, we get 2 sine theta. Therefore, correct option is option D. Question number 15. Secant pi by 2 minus theta is equal to, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We are given secant pi by 2 minus theta. It can be written as secant 1 into pi by 2. That is, it can be written as secant 1 into 90 degrees minus theta. And as we see that here the quadrantal angle is odd multiple of 90 degrees. Therefore, secant will be converted into its co-ratio, which is cosecant. And as the quadrant is first quadrant, therefore cosecant theta will be positive. So secant pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cosecant theta. Therefore, the correct option is option A. Question number 16. 1 minus cos theta over 2 is equal to, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. As we know that sine theta by 2 is equal to square root of 1 minus cos theta over 2 by half angle identity. We square both sides and get sine square theta over 2 is equal to 1 minus cos theta over 2. Therefore, correct option is option C. Question number 17. 3 cos alpha minus 4 cos cube alpha is equal to, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. The triple angle identity for cosine function is cos 3 alpha is equal to 4 cos cube alpha minus 3 cos alpha. We take minus common from the right hand side and we get cos 3 alpha is equal to minus into minus 4 cos cube alpha plus 3 cos alpha. We arrange it and write it as cos 3 alpha is equal to minus 3 cos alpha minus 4 cos cube alpha. We take minus towards the left and it becomes minus cos 3 alpha is equal to 3 cos alpha minus 4 cos cube alpha. Therefore, the correct option is option B. Question number 18. Sine of 1140 degrees is equal to, and the options are, let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Uh, we divide 1140 degrees by 90 degrees, and after dividing it, we get 1140 degrees is equal to 12 into 90 degrees plus 60 degrees. Now we apply sine on both sides and we get sine of 1140 degrees is equal to sine of 12 into 90 degrees plus 60 degrees. Here we see that the quadrantal angle is even multiple of 90 degrees. Therefore, by conversion rule, a sine will not be changed into its co-ratio, it will remain sine. Therefore, sine 1140 degrees is equal to sine 60 degree. Therefore, correct option is option A. Question number 19. Cotangent of minus 855 degrees is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here we are given cotangent minus 855 degrees. It can be written as minus cotangent 855 degrees because cotangent of minus theta is equal to minus cotangent theta. Now we divide 855 degrees by 90 degrees, and after dividing by 90 degrees we get 855 degrees is equal to 9 into 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. We apply cotangent on both sides. Here we see that the quadrantal angle is odd multiple of 90 degrees. Therefore, cotangent will be converted into its co-ratio, which is tangent. Therefore, cotangent 855 degrees will be equal to tangent 45 degrees. But as we notice that cotangent minus 855 degrees is equal to minus cotangent 855 degrees there, that will be equal to minus tangent 45 degrees. Therefore, correct option is option B. Question number 20. If alpha, beta, gamma are angles of triangle ABC, then sine of alpha plus beta is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. As alpha, beta, gamma are angles of triangle, therefore their sum will be equal to 180 degrees. We transpose gamma towards right and get alpha plus beta is equal to 180 degrees minus gamma. We apply sine on both sides and write 180 degrees equal to 2 into 90 degrees. Here the quadrantal angle is even multiple of 90 degrees. Therefore, by conversion rule, sine will not be converted into its co-ratio. Therefore, we get sine alpha plus beta is equal to sine gamma. Therefore, the correct option is option C. Question number 21. Sine of alpha minus sine of beta. And the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. According to the trigonometric identity, sine of alpha minus sine of beta is equal to 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 into sine of alpha minus beta by 2. Therefore, correct option is option B. Question number 22. If cos theta is equal to 1 by 2, then tangent theta is equal to, and the options are, and the correct option is. But before that, let's explain it. Here, cos of theta is equal to 1 over 2. Therefore, secant theta will be equal to 2 as secant is reciprocal of cos theta. Now we know that 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. It gives tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1, and it gives, we replace the value of secant theta, 2 square minus 1, and it gives 4 minus 1, which gives 3, and after taking square root we get tangent theta is equal to square root of 3. Therefore, the correct option is option C. Question number 23. If cos theta is equal to a over b, then sin theta is equal to. And the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. We replace the value of cos theta as a over b. It becomes 1 minus a over b whole square, and it can be written as 1 minus a square over b square. After taking LCM, we get b square minus a square over b square. It gives sine theta is equal to square root of b square minus a square over b. Therefore, the correct option is option D. Question number 24. If sine 2 alpha is equal to 2 sine alpha is true, then alpha is equal to. And the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here, sine 2 alpha is equal to 2 sine alpha, and by double angle identity of sine 2 alpha will be equal to 2 sine alpha cos alpha. It can be written as 2 sine alpha cos alpha minus 2 sine alpha is equal to 0. Take 2 sine alpha common. Therefore, 2 sine alpha into cos of alpha minus 1 will be equal to 0, and it gives sine alpha is equal to 0 and cos alpha minus 1 is equal to 0, which gives sine alpha is equal to 0, cos alpha is equal to 1. In both cases, we get alpha is equal to 0 degree. Therefore, correct option is option B. Tangent 1 degree into tangent 2 degree into tangent 3 degree up to tangent 89 degree will be equal to. And the options are. Let's check out which one is the correct option. But before that, we explain it. The given expression is tangent 1 degree up to tangent 89 degree. We write the middle terms, and the expression can be written as tangent 1 degree, tangent 2 degree, tangent 44 degree, 45 degree, tangent 46 degree up to tangent 89. Now we know that tangent 90 minus theta can be written as cotangent theta. We apply this concept and we rewrite the expression as tangent 1 degree, tangent 2 degree, tangent 44 degree, tangent 45 degree. Now here tangent 46 degree has been written as tangent 90 minus 44. Similarly, 88 has been written as 90 degree minus 2 degree, and 89 degrees has been written as 90 degree minus 1 degree. So we apply the uh, rule and we get the expression tangent 1 degree, tangent 2 degree into tangent 45 degree. The value of tan 45 is 1. Also tangent 90 minus 44 will be equal to cotangent 44 degree. Likewise, tangent 90 degree minus 2 degree will be cotangent 2 degree. Tangent 90 degree minus 1 degree will be equal to cotangent 1 degree. Now, tangent 1 degree and cotangent 1 degree. Tangent 1 degree and cotangent 1 degree gives answer 1 because tangent and cotangent are reciprocals of each other. Similarly, tangent 2 degree and cotangent 2 degree will also give 1. And similarly, we form pairs which will cancel each other, and eventually we get the answer 1. Therefore, correct option is option B. Question number 26. If sine 9 alpha is equal to cos alpha, where 9 alpha is less than 90 degrees, that is 9 alpha is in quadrant 1, then tangent 5 alpha is equal to. And the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, we explain it. We are given sine 9 alpha is equal to cos alpha. Now we can write cos alpha is equal to sine 90 minus alpha, because sine of 90 degrees minus alpha by conversion rule is equal to cos alpha. and it gives a 9 alpha is equal to 90 degrees minus alpha, and it gives 10 alpha is equal to 90 degrees, which ultimately gives alpha is equal to 9 degree. Therefore, a tangent 5 alpha will be equal to tangent 5 into 9 degrees. We have replaced alpha by 9 degrees, and it gives tangent 45 degrees, and the value of tangent 45 degrees is 1. Therefore, the correct option is option C. Question number 27. Sine raised to power 6 theta plus cos raised to power 6 theta plus 3 sine square theta cos square theta is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We know that sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. We take cube on both sides, and after taking cube we get sine 6 theta plus cos raised to power 6 theta plus 3 sine square theta cos square theta into sine square theta plus cos square theta. As cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1, therefore uh, sine square theta plus cos square theta has been replaced by 1, and we are left with sine 6 theta plus cos 6 theta plus 3 sine square theta cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, correct option is option B. Question number 28. Cotangent 10 degree into cotangent 20 degree into cotangent 30 degree into cotangent 70 degree into cotangent 80 degree is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. The given expression is this. We rewrite this expression as, here the value of cotangent 30 degrees is square root of 3. So cotangent 30 degrees has been replaced by square root of 3. 70 degrees can be written as 90 degrees minus 20 degree. 80 degrees can be written as 90 degrees minus 10 degrees, and we know that cotangent of 90 degrees minus theta is equal to tangent theta. Therefore, cotangent of 90 degrees minus 20 degrees will be equal to tangent 20 degrees. Likewise, cotangent 90 degrees minus 10 degrees will be equal to tangent 10 degrees. Therefore, the expression can be written as this. Now, we know that tangent theta into cotangent theta is equal to 1. Therefore, tangent 20 degree into cotangent 20 degree is equal to 1, and tangent 10 degree into cotangent 10 degree is also equal to 1. Therefore, cotangent into tangent will be equal to, their product will be equal to 1, and we are left with square root of 3. Therefore, correct option is option C. Question number 29. If tan A into tan B is equal to 1, then A plus B is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. We are given tan A into tan B is equal to 1. It can be written as tan A is equal to 1 over tan B, and 1 over tangent is equal to cotangent. Therefore, 1 over tangent B is equal to cotangent B. Now, we know that tangent 90 minus theta is equal to cotangent theta. Therefore, tangent of 90 degrees minus B will be equal to cotangent B. Therefore, cotangent B can be written as tangent 90 degrees minus B. It gives A is equal to 90 degrees minus B, and it gives A plus B is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, correct option is option C. Question number 30. Cos square 20 plus cos square 70 is equal to, and the options are. Let's find out which one is the correct option. But before that, let's explain it. Here cos square 20 plus cos square 70 is the given expression. We write cos square 70 is equal to cos square 90 minus 20, and as cos of 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta, therefore cos of 90 degrees minus 20 degrees will be equal to sine of 20 degrees. Therefore, given expression becomes cos square 20 degree plus sine square 20 degree, which is equal to 1. Therefore, correct option is option A.